Hi everyone, good evening. This is the Talking Buddha again. Uh, it's extremely cold tonight. Today, there has been a hailstorm in Assam, snowfall in Darjeeling, some parts of Kalimpong, and the Himalayan ranges. I guess this is due to the global warming, and the effects are now here to see. I will be speaking about this global warming and the Himalayan ranges, in my next video. But today I am here to speak about very sad and horrible incidents which happened in our place. It's regarding a rape. I will show you. Uh, Regarding a rape, 1 minute. Uh, can you see this? Okay. This is about a rape of GINNI BISWAKARMA in the Doors region. Uh, it happened a few weeks back, and it's unfortunate that a young girl like her, had to lose her life due to rape. I know we cannot do much about it now, that we can only feel sympathy for the family, and we can hope and pray that she gets justice. And I'm sure everyone will support this movement for GINNI BISWAKARMA, so that her soul will get peace wherever she is. I am deeply saddened by this incidents, and I would like to share some important facts about what is important. I know a lost life and the impact of rape in the family is big, and when they are going through a very bad time. But in spite of all this, we must also understand that social awareness on how rape happens, what are the steps required to protect our children from child abuse, and of course, the importance of the administration and the police to give justice to the victims of child abuse and rape is also equally important. But for me, just now, I would like to stress few points to the parents and all those childrens and girls who are presently watching this video. You must understand, we cannot stop child abuse and rape. These are psychological problems of people who are distorted in their mind, and then they have no sympathy for the victim. Their only intention is to harm, abuse, and emotionally play with the life of these innocent victims. But what we can, of course, do is, provide awareness, give more importance on workshops on how to stop child abuse and rape. The foremost point or the factor which is required to stop abuse is, of course, to have a very close-knit society, and the families and parents must always teach their children to respect human beings and life. This is the aspect of a good society. In spite of all these things, there are child abuse and rapes still happening, and India is not no exception. As per the Research done by Ministry of Child and Human Welfare, India is one of the countries where more than 57% of the child abuse happens to children below 5 to 12 years old. And that's a huge amount, and we must be careful, and we must be aware of all this data, so that our people all can also understand the significance of child abuse and rape. As I said, society is, and the good parenting is one of the good ways to stop this child abuse and rape. We can still not guarantee safety of our children's until unless certain lessons are taught to our children's and their parents. Parents must always understand, we love our children's, we love our child, but are we able to provide them the security they need, especially when it concerns the present situation, where every household has mobiles and easy access to internet. That is extremely dangerous if we cannot control our children's. They have access to internet, through which online abuse is happening everywhere. And this online abuse is also just like a physical rape. An innocent child is abused without the knowledge of their parents, in the dark rooms inside their house, in the internet. And the mental frame of mind of these children when they grow up are distorted. They don't understand what is happening, and they believe sex is all about enjoying. And when they grow up, their mind are distorted, and thereby, we are hearing of incidents like rape, murder, child abuse in the hills too, which we have never heard before. I believe progress and development in internet is a boon, but at the same time, collateral damages has been happening to our children's. So I will chalk out a few points on how to control your and how to teach your children to protect themselves from child abuse and rape. First of all, giving access to internet to children and mobiles, they must be able to check what the children are watching in the mobile. Parents must have access to the children's mobiles and every now and then they must check these mobiles and see what their children are doing, for most. Secondly, the child and the parents must be very friendly. They must be open to discussions with regards to any information a parent or a child wishes to share with each other. We must be very cautious when a child wants to speak to us about something, especially about a person, or especially the child wants to share something privately. We should not avoid it. We must sit with the child and talk to him or her about it. It's not only the girl child who are abused. Even the boy child can be abused. So in both the cases, we must be very careful and listen to their problems and make them understand and protect them and listen to their problems. Thirdly, it's very important, if you have a grown-up child to advise them and teach them about good touch and a bad touch, right from a young age. No matter who the person might be, they must be told that they are not to allow anyone to touch them inappropriately. That is very important. They also must be taught that they must not trust anyone except their parents or their own siblings. They are not to trust anyone, no matter how good or kind they might be. They should not be carried away by their talks and listen to the strangers. They also must be taught that they should not accept lifts from anyone they don't know, either in a bike or in a car, or when they are walking alone. They should not take any help or from anyone who wishes to walk with them. Also, the children must always be aware of their surroundings. No matter where they might be going, the parents must always be in touch with the children through their mobiles. And the children must never wear headphones. Headphones distract them, and especially when they are walking alone in a lonely, dark places, these headphones can distract them, and they might not be aware of the surroundings, someone following them. So it's very important they should be taught not to wear headphones. Lastly, if at all such situation arises where the children's or the child is confronted by a rapist, and they have no options but to face the rapist, they must not lose their cool. They must evaluate the situation and try to convince the rapist or the person who is trying to rape them to be nice to them by saying that he is a nice person and he shouldn't be doing this. They must be having their own parent, the children's sisters, brothers. Why he should be doing this? So trying to convince is one of the ways. But if it at all happens that the rapist is not willing to listen and is violent, the children must take congestive action immediately. He or she must immediately scream and ask for help and try to protect her or himself from the abuser. You can either bite, scratch, scream, kick the rapist and try to escape. That is the last resort which a victim can take. But in spite of all this, if you see that the rapist is violent and trying to threaten you with your life, then I believe the best possible action is to remain silent and hope for the best. But after this incident has taken and place, one should not one should not be the child should not be going straight home. Basically the child must try and go to a police station and give a report. If she is too small to do that, the best option for her or him is to go home and tell their parents about the incidents. They should never hide this incident. It's an unfortunate incident, and the parents will always understand that she or he is not responsible for this situation. And as for the parents, they must also understand that a girl child, if abused by someone or raped, they are not at fault. It has happened, and it's an unfortunate incident, and they should accept the fact and try to report this immediately to the police station and file an FIR so that the person concerned or or the perpetrators are immediately arrested, and proper information must be given to the police to take action against them. My request to the police and the administration with regards to dealing with the rape victims is to immediately file an FIR, take the child for medical checkup, and never question her integrity with regards to these incidents. Asking too many questions right in the beginning can confuse the child or the girl or anyone and their parents, and make them feel that they are guilty of the rape which is happened to them. Being kind, being cooperative, and of course trying to understand the problem of the rape victim is the best way to get support from them and also help these victims. I would like to stress more on this subject in coming days, but for now, I believe this is quite long enough video. Once again, I would like to give my condolences to the, the family of Guinea Biswakarma. I hope she gets justice soon, and I'm also planning to go and meet her family on the 8th of this month so that I can share some of my sorrows and give some support to this cause for justice for Guinea. Jai Gorkha.